What's up, everyone? What's going on, everybody? Fred Lennartz, subprime hero. I'm here with my brother,
Brad Paschal.
Paschal. That's right, man. We're pumped up. This is Fixed Ops Friday. I hope you guys are ready. Get this shared out. Share. Cowboys. You're from Texas. I can't help it. Cowboys and cowgirls. Share. Car guys and car gals. Share. Let's have some fun. Folks, fantasy football has kicked off. I'm excited about that, too. I'm ready for this season. I came in second to this guy right over here last year, right? So we're going to see what happens this season. Hope you guys are ready for a good show today. We got a lot of great subjects to talk about. Brad, man, how's your week been so far?
Man, it's been fantastic. Just getting ready. It's been a really good week. We've been super busy. Football starts, so that's pretty exciting because we got some really good automotive fantasy football pools and stuff out there. So I'm super excited about it. We're doing an internal survivor pool at work, which is kind of fun too, because it kind of gets the whole company into it. So
right.
And then out of nowhere I threw in an extra day of PTO without asking Owen. So it was pretty funny. So I said winner gets the cash and an extra day off. And so that kind of threw some fire onto it. So yeah, it's just getting ready for SodaCon coming up this weekend. I'm super excited. We're gonna have a lot of fun. So.
Oh man, me too, man. SodaCon is going to be something new. It's the rebirth of the automotive conference, and I'm glad that you're going to be there. You guys are sponsors there, right?
No, actually, we're doing the pitch tank. So
that's what it is. You're going to be there doing the pitch tank. Yeah. Well, because a SodaCon brand new event, folks. It's going to be amazing. The pitch tank, I already know Brad's going to crush it. He's pretty much undefeated when it comes to that type of thing. Are you going to be the one pitching it?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Of course. You're the only one to pitch it. Guys, gals, if you've never seen him pitch something about Fixed Ops Digital, you guys are missing something special. Not only does he know how to do it, but he presents it in a way that makes you just think and get excited about the product. So I've got to hear you do it a few times, man. You're a monster, bro.
Yeah, it's fun. I really never really liked speaking, but the only time I really try to do it is if I have some good quality content. And I know both of us have a pretty busy conference schedules coming up.
So, we got a lot of things coming up that we're both going to be busy about, and we'll be talking about this during the show. And I'm excited because there's some stuff that I don't even know that you guys are doing. I'm excited to hear this.
Yeah,
it's kind of secret sauce. So this will be awesome.
We're gonna do something, or I'll be doing something that's never really been done before, and not by too many people. So that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool. So stay tuned for that, folks. Be paying attention to this. There's a lot of great things happening. The Car Guy Coffee Show, matter of fact, we're going to be doing some giveaways here really soon. I have 3 tickets to give away to Digital Dealer. 3 free tickets for anybody out there that wants to come. Keep watching these shows and keep looking for the contest that I'll be throwing out. But be ready to go, and I'm gonna be doing them really soon because I don't want to give out a ticket last minute. I want to make sure that you get all set up and go because these rooms are booking quick. At their Mirage, it's right there. It's going to be great. We're both going to be there. Both of our companies are going to be there. We're going to be there together having fun. We're both going to be speaking at that, and we're both going to be presenting at that. And we'll talk about that more in a minute. But SodaCon is coming up on. Everyone's getting in town Sunday. It's going to start Sunday night. It's Monday and then Tuesday morning. So it's a very short conference, but it's jam-packed with a lot of great things happening. Like he's talking about the pitch tank. Isn't that the first day or something like that that's going down?
Yeah. So let's kind of go in order. So Sunday, I get there tomorrow. And we're going to go to the baseball game. So that'd be pretty cool. Right. So we're going to go to the baseball game. We're going to watch the Nats and the Phillies play on September 11th, which is kind of, baseball was kind of brought everybody together right after September 11th in New York.
100%.
So we're going to go do that. And then that night we'll go to the Sokoa dealership to kick it off. Right. So that'll be a lot of fun. And then Fred, I can't believe you didn't even mention what we're doing on Monday morning.
Oh, I'm going to. Yeah, so Monday morning, folks, every one of y'all get up early. Meet us at the City Hall right there in Philly. We're going to do a run. It's about 1.5 miles. We're going to run to the museum steps where Rocky runs. The Rocky steps. We're going to do that. We're going to have fun. You don't have to be a runner. Take your time. A good 1.5 miles is about a 30-minute to 35-minute walk, so it's okay. There's going to be plenty of time for you to be able to walk or run to the steps. Have some fun. Lou and I, everybody's going to be out there. If you can be, even if you're not a runner, it's okay. I run, but I don't like to run. Trust me, I don't like it, but I'm going to be there, and I'm probably going to be more or less hanging out with everybody in the back so we can keep the energy going. I'll be, taking footage, taking pictures of everyone, having some fun. Get there and let's run these rocky steps. Let's do some historic stuff, make you feel good and get that music going. So yeah, dude, are you going to come to it?
Yeah. Make sure you get me within like the first quarter mile, just so it looks like I'm running hard. That's I'm not much of a runner.
Brad, first quarter mile, we're going ham, and after that, we're walking it, guys. Come join me and Brad.
I work out, but I don't know if I'm qualified as a runner. So
me too, bro. I can run, but I don't like to.
That's gonna be funny. I will say pro tip. So Travis Lindenmore, a good friend of mine, it's in the car business. He has a online group called Honest Trav's Dive Bar, and there's a lot of automotive people in there. But fantastic group on Facebook if you haven't joined. It's just like having a lot of fun. But he said, if you want the best cheesesteak in Philly, which I know this is highly debatable.
Oh, it's hugely debatable.
He said it's at Angelo's downtown, and he said they have the best pizza too.
I'm gonna tell you something. Angelo's is phenomenal. Their cheesesteak is great. But I got to tell you, there's not really a bad cheesesteak in Philly. You go all over the place. What makes Philly's cheesesteaks the best, my friends out there, just so you know, if you've never had one, you better eat one. But what makes them great, it's the bread. The bread is just, there's something up that takes it to the next level there. The meat's fantastic. The cheese is great. No, I'm telling you, but it's the bread. The bread.
Well, a lot of times, whenever you, on a culinary side, whenever you're near a lot of water, right, and humidity and stuff like that, it's really good for pizza dough. It's really good for bread. It's really good for stuff like that.
It really is. Speaking of pizza, not to get too far up subject, but man, I went to New Haven a couple weeks ago, visit my buddy Doug Thurston, and the pizza there.
Did he make you put honey on it or anything? No.
I have a bag, 30 little things of honey with me though that I got to bring to some people up here. But no, he didn't make me put any of his Doug's hot honey on there.
Yeah, Doug's a little beekeeper, if you guys don't know. So
I did. I got to see his beehives, man. I got to go right there, go check them out. Let's see what they look like. He showed me how one of them. He said, if you buy one, you buy this one. It's easy. But he's a newbie at it too, but he's doing a good job. I'm not a beekeeper. I'm not that guy, but it's cool to meet somebody who's into that stuff. But no, great time, man. It was good pizza, but Philly, guys, gals, get out there. If you're making that decision last minute, it's good. Even if you just show up for the after activities, there's stuff that's for everyone. So the concerts and stuff that they're doing when the day's done, and they're doing that is open to anyone that's in automotive. So it doesn't matter if you have a ticket to the show or not, it's free. Just come on, have some fun with us. But the event during the day is going to be full of energy, full of education, full of fun. And there's going to be, like he's saying, the pitch tank. He's going to be out there pitching it. So guys, come check him out. Cheer him on. You guys know the deal.
I think another thing that they said, there's gonna be a lot of giveaways, like door prizes and stuff. Is what they sent out in the email, which I think is pretty cool. You don't have a lot of. Most of the time, it's the vendors bringing the door prizes, right? So I think that's cool that they're doing some door prizes, some PS5s, some probably AirPods, stuff like that, right? So it's gonna be pretty.
Like really cool stuff. Like it's all about that. And I saw it because Paul actually did a video about it, and he was showing they have the products already. It's not like they're just saying it; they have them. They're ready to give them away. So sign up, be there. Do not miss out on opportunities of these door prizes because it's going to be a lot of fun. It's gonna be like Christmas in freaking October, or what I'm saying, or September. Crazy.
Fred, what are you and Lou talking about while you're out there?
Well, we're not actually going to be speaking. We're just going to be hosting. So what we're going to do is we're going to be live with the microphone. So you're going to see us. All of a sudden, you're going to see on the big jumbo screen, Lou and I in the middle of a crowd. We're going to grab somebody random, and we're going to ask them how their experience is. Things like that. We'll probably get people to do the Forgive, Focus, Fly on the screen with us. We'll talk about ASOTUCon, about the future of it, what they think about it, what brought them here. So we're more or less going to be hosting and hitting up spots like that. You'll see us on the main stage in some cases doing something similar. So we're just going to be a hype people. We're going to be there hyping it up, doing what we can to fill in and help things be a little bit better. We're not technically speaking, but we're going to be speaking a whole lot. So that's going to be fun.
Can't beat that. You know what? We might have to get like Tuesday. I don't know what time you leave Tuesday. We might have to get a little tactical tip Tuesday with all the group and do it. Just roll live on on LinkedIn or something.
We'll figure that out, but let's try to plan that. I got to look at my ticket to see when I do leave Tuesday because I'm going to Business Bourbon Cigars for that night. So it's probably like early in the afternoon though that I do leave. My guess.
Like you said, man, there's so many events coming up. Next month we have. Well, first off, next month, the first thing I'm doing is FCA. There's an FCA meeting for.
That's right.
Down in Austin. Primarily for just SEA. I think it's gonna be at Google on October the 5th, I believe. So if you're FCA dealer and you haven't talked to your person down in Texas, definitely reach out to them because that's going to be a lot of fun. We're going into Google for half a day or so, or no, for a full day. And so I'm excited to go down there, maybe try to go get some barbecue and stuff like that. So
great. No, I know you like that kind of stuff, man. Austin's a great town. I'm actually going to be in Austin myself, but not till November, and I'll talk about that here in a minute. But that FCA thing's a big deal, and good for you guys. You guys are getting tied in with them pretty well these days. That's got to be great for your business.
It's cool. So I'm gonna be talking about how focusing on marketing service ties into CPOs. So it's gonna be pretty interesting. There's our buddy James Klaus.
Well, I love James, man. Such a good dude.
He had a heck of a start in fantasy last night. So I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be a really cool deal. And then we roll straight into the next week, right? Which is like the craziest week. It's the craziest week of the year for us, right? Because I think what dealers don't understand is like when you're a vendor and you're going for a whole week, right? You never you have to be on your A game the whole time.
You have to be living out of a suitcase doing it for the whole time.
Yeah. It's like, and so dealers they get to have a little bit more fun, right? I've been on both sides of it, which is very interesting, but yeah, being there the whole time. So we kick off at driving sales. So I know we'll both, you'll be at driving sales too, right?
I am. I just got word. We just talked with them. We are set up. We're going to be doing our podcast there. And of course, so I'll be up there highlighting. I'm going to be in Brad's going to be speaking there, guys, and it's going to be hot. I can't wait to see him do it.
Yeah, this one's going to be cool. So it's going to be how to set your service advisors up like you do your salespeople, and that's the title of the presentation. So Brian Armstrong will be speaking with me.
Love that.
It's the first time ever that two Best I Did winners have shared a stage. So we're pretty excited about that. And then here's a pretty recent one that just happened yesterday, rolling into Digital Dealer. My wife and I will be speaking together at Digital Dealer, and we're going to do the marriage between sales and service BDC. So we're going to do a presentation on that, which is kind of funny because we're married, right? So my wife runs a sales BDC, and so we're going to talk about the marriage between the two and how you can leverage sales and service BDC to help each other.
Wow, that's going to be massive and so fun, folks. Go check that out. And I'm going to tell you, his wife Courtney. If you guys haven't heard of her, I don't know where you've been. She's killing the game. She's a superstar in this automotive industry, and big shout out to her. I got to give. I love your wife, man. Just so you know, she's been really supportive of my stuff too. Like I put out some posts and I do these daily quotes, and then she started showing it to her staff, and I was like, what? So I just started texting it to her. I was like, here you go, and because I appreciate that. That means a lot to me. Like
they do it every day. Every time you send a quote, everybody asks her for it now. So the sales guys will come over there and ask her. Forget to say, she's speaking at Driving Sales too with Jason Volney from Driving Sales. So she'll be speaking twice that week. Which is cool because the Driving Sales one will be her first ever presentation. So I'm pretty proud and happy for her. So
wow,
that'll be her first ever one. But and then after we get through Digital Dealer, there's a conference that flies so far under the radar that might be one of my favorite conferences that I've ever been to.
Okay.
And so it'll be the Mopar conference coming up, right? The Mopar Parts and Service Conference in Vegas. Man, do you know what the dates are on that?
I believe it's like the 9th, 10th, the 11th, around that range of November.
Yeah, and so guy named Greg Noonan puts it together, and it is the most fun. It's for dealers and for vendors because the sessions aren't in session when the exhibit hall is open, and the
So
exhibit hall is not open when the sessions are there. So what it does is it forces the interaction between the two, and it gives the vendors a little downtime, right? So that they
yeah,
can rest and recuperate and stuff like that. So it was by far one of my favorite conferences that I've ever been to. Just the format and how to set it up. The content curation is fantastic. You don't have as many of the events outside like you would a digital dealer or driving sales, but the content curation and the food and everything about it was A plus. So
hey, and you're not the first person I've heard that from. So shout out to Mopar and them, because I could tell you, I popped in there last year only because I was happened to be in Tampa and I ran by Orlando and you guys were at the Disney. It was at the Disney parks and
yeah,
it's one of the resorts. And I walked in there. I said hi to you. I got to say hi to you guys. I got to say hi to some of the other people that I know there, and everyone was giving it thumbs up. There was also the fact that everybody, like pretty much every dealer, had to go to all the different booths and at least sit down and have a quick conversation with everybody to get a stamp, because they get points for that, or they got money for that.
they had like a little stamp thing. One thing I also liked is like um, it's every other year. So East Coast is 1 year, West Coast is 1 year,
Smart.
and so it's kind of cool. So you have a little bit longer to plan for it, right? If you're a dealer,
Sure.
you're, hey, I know this is coming up next year, and that also keeps the content from where it's not stale, where you don't have the same person redoing the same stuff, which is for guys that take it really serious. Like I don't like speaking 5 times a year. I would rather build some content,
Yeah.
build some stuff. Now, when it gets to a situation like this year, then I have to come up with 5 different presentations, right?
And they're
So
different. So it's different. That is different though.
yeah, so it's like that's an important thing, is bringing value, and I think that's an interesting thing about the SodaCon. If we tie it all back in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is a lot of the people that you see that are going to be speaking bring immense amount of value, right? And a lot of the immense amount of value that they bring is just off the top of their head and straight out of their heart, right? So it's they don't have to curate everything for 5 or 6 months to bring value. They just bring value naturally. And so that's what I'm really excited about this conference. I think there's going to be a lot of interaction. I think there's going to be a lot of things, and you might be a little bit uncomfortable, but that's when you grow, right?
That's the when only time you grow. Even plants, they have to be uncomfortable to grow. They have to do, there's different things and physiology that we have to go through. But no, touching on all that, man, a SoduCon is going to be fire, guys. I hope you guys are there. If not, check out all the content. There's going to be a lot of it. You'll see me dropping some stuff. You'll see some live stuff going on. It's going to be huge. There's going to be another one, so don't worry about it. I promise you. But it is the place to be. Right after that, I'm going to be at Business Bourbon Cigars, guys. That is here in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm excited. You guys have been part of that. I love that. I love the event. I love what it's about. Scott Joseph pulls on some good stuff. Sandy Cerami, shout out to them too. Killing the game. Great people, great business people who surround themselves with other great business people. And that's what that's about. It's just a mastermind for you to learn. And then they're going to have some fun activities like bourbon tasting and Churchill Downs tour, the whole nine, right? And then from there, we got next month. And what I love about next month, and you talked about driving sales. Now, driving sales, folks, if you haven't been to that, this is a great event. It is literally right before Digital Dealer. So for us, like some dealers, they have to choose, like, because they can't be that gone that long from a business. So there's driving sales, there's Digital Dealer. They are two completely different things. So figure out what you need, what you're looking for. Let me ask you this, and I'm going to ask you this, Brad. If you were a dealer, why would you go to driving sales over Digital Dealer and vice versa?
So driving sales has positioned themselves, and it's really for, you'll see that it's like larger groups, a lot more operational. They've done a really good job of, like I said, they do a fantastic job of curating content and getting people there. You're not going to have as many sponsors as you are a digital dealer.
That's right.
So if that's something that you don't want to be hit up 900 times, then driving sales would probably be a little bit better. You're going to meet some really, really, really good, influential people that can definitely help you out. So I think it's one of the best um, organizations. They do training in dealerships also. So every single person that works there also trains people, right? So as far as vast amount of knowledge, they have a lot of knowledge when it comes to that. The guy that runs it, Jared Hamilton, owns dealerships. He owns the Walla Walla dealerships. So,
Right on.
yeah. So I'm a big fan. I've been there many, 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 many times. If you want to go and you need a discount code, you can use my name that's on the screen and then put 100 after it, and it gives you $100 off your
Hey,
ticket.
I was going to say, here's a promo code from CGC.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right. So
I beat him to it.
he did. He beat me to it. I had it here ready to go. So, but either way, put Brad Paschal 100 and you get $100 off, or you can use CGC 100 and get the same thing. Use either one, folks. Get out there, share that out. Let's get some people there. Let's fill it up. Let's fill the room up for Brad and his wife so that we can hear what they have to say. It's going to be great content. I'm going to tell you, if you guys have never heard Brad speak, if you've never heard the content that he drops, if you've never heard him do a pitch, it's all about value. It's all about bringing – the reason why he wins pitches all the time is because he doesn't talk about himself. He talks about the value that his product brings and exactly how it does very clearly. He makes it simple. He makes it easy so that whether you're the most intelligent person in the world or somebody who barely speaks English, you'll know what he's talking about. So go check him out. And I got a feeling Courtney's going to crush it too. I can't wait to watch both of you. I'm going to be in there with the camera recording you guys. I can't wait.
Yeah, Fred, and we're coming at you live right now, so I'm pretty excited about presenting, but I'm gonna have to get my computer charger. Hold on one second.
No problem, man. Do that. While he's doing that, I want to talk about some more about Digital Dealer. So I just told you guys about the discount for driving sales. Lou and I are going to be there. We're going to be out there hosting and doing some amazing stuff, speaking. They're starting to fill us in because we just made a commitment with them to go out and do this. So they're going to let us know what we're going to be doing. We're going to be part of the itinerary. We're going to be all over the place. We're going to have a booth. We're also going to be out there just showing people what's going on. Then there's Digital Dealer right afterwards. And Digital Dealer, it's literally, we're going to be, it's so crazy. We're there. And oh, by the way, if you're a woman in automotive, WIA fan, Sunday, they're having about an hour session. And it's for women in automotive. It's going to be a really great thing. It's part of driving sales. So be there. Driving sales and them are teamed up. Next year, you're going to see a bigger section with that together. But it's going to be big. So make sure you're there. Then on Monday, it follows up. Tuesday is when the next event starts. That's Digital Dealer. So we go from the Bellagio, and then you're going to go to the Mirage, right? So the Mirage is where the rest of the event's going to be, and that's going to be the Digital Dealer event. It's a 3-day event. It's going to be just bangers. Digital Dealer it's been through a roller coaster. I've heard some good, I've heard some bad. Like you hear people talk about when it first started, but it's so amazing, and then everyone's like, it's too many vendors, it's vendor heavy. Well, you know what? They have to be vendor heavy, folks, because they're the ones who sponsor and pay for most of the stuff, right? They pay for the booths. But this year, I have a great feeling that it's not about the vendors. I want you guys to understand this event, and they're really starting to focus. It's about you dealers out there wanting to grow. They're going to be educating quite a bit. What are you going to be doing at Digital Dealer, brother?
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have a booth out there, so we'll be out there educating. I know both Owen and I are both speaking at Driving Sales and Digital Dealer.
That's right.
So super excited about doing that. We're just trying to. They generally don't have a lot of fixed ops people speaking, right? They just generally don't. They've done a much better job this year of really kind of focusing on that. And I think it's going to be really, really, really good. And I think what's going to happen, this is my prediction for this next year. I think as ASOTUCon wraps up this next week and we go through there, I really think that's going to change how these conferences are going to have to approach things. Right. I think they're doing a really, really good job of promoting it and getting people involved and doing some innovative stuff. And that's been needed in the conference space for a while, right?
Absolutely.
Because it's kind of been the same old thing for a long time. And there'll be new people that come in with ideas and stuff like that. But what tends to happen when that new person comes in, then they ask them to speak 6 or 7 times. And by the 6th or 7th time they speak, it's old news, right? So you got to constantly be looking for those people, and I think that's what I really like about the SodaCon. But I think digital dealer, there's a hype around this, and I think that hype from a SodaCon will carry into driving sales and digital dealer.
No doubt.
People want to get out and network, right?
That's
That
it.
that's the biggest thing right now. We've been cooped up so long. People want to get out and network, and really dive into stuff. Another event that should be pretty good is a Brian Paschal's event that's coming up.
Oh,
So
he's awesome.
I've heard a lot of people that are going to that event too. And then, we roll into with the new year, we roll into NADA and out here in Texas. And so
Dallas.
super excited about that. We'll be hanging out at the pre-party at Classic Chevy with Eric Hall and
you already know that
the guys over there. So
one of the Avengers. Let's go.
Yeah, so it should be a jam-packed year, and then that rolls us into President's Club, Driving Sales President's Club, and Digital Dealer, either in, I don't know if it's in Tampa or Orlando.
I heard that it might be in Orlando this next year. I don't know yet. They haven't announced it yet. I'm looking for it.
Usually they swap, like Orlando, Tampa.
They did Tampa 2 times in a row, so yeah. I think a lot of people were so pumped up about the first Tampa one that they did it again because but we saw that it wasn't the same as the one when the first one was the first event after the pandemic. It was like the first live event. It was like a big deal.
It was a little wild.
It really was, and this year. So like, speaking of these events, I'm going to throw in a couple more really quick because I know I'm going to be at some. So you talked about in November, there is Mopar, right? Now, Mopar, I believe I'm scheduled to go, but I've just been offered a chance to go to, and this is part of the NIADA. It's the Buy Here, Pay Here Summit they're having there in Austin. And that's the same days. It's the 9th, 10th, and the 11th. And I'm in a crossroads right now. So folks out there, where should I go, right? I'm feeling committed because I'm starting to get a lot of clients that are in that world, and I'm starting to really want to help them because I see a lot of opportunity for them and for us, right? So I'm kind of weighing myself right now. Lou will go to Mopar and I'll go down there, and vice versa. Who knows? They want us to be part of the panel to be able to talk to dealers and educate dealers and stuff like that. So that's coming up. And then literally, like, what is it? We got that event, and there's something else going on in November. I can't think of what it is, but it's just great things that happen. And then we have December. For us vendors, that's kind of our down month.
Yeah.
We don't have to do as much traveling. It's kind of the good month, right? We go, breathe, let's enjoy Christmas and stuff.
I mean, let's just be honest. I think these conference people get together and they're like, how can I ruin Brad's hunting season? And they put all of these conferences rather
you don't have to tell me. I already know
of hunting season. And so I'm like, that's November, December is usually my time to relax and get geared up for the next conference season. And usually, NADA isn't in January. So, it's really messing with my extracurricular activities, but that's okay. It's a lot of fun. And
it is, it's messing with my hunting season too. And I do camp every year, and the good news is I made sure my weekend for camp wasn't locked down, so I'll be all right. But we got another one I didn't even think about here. Got Chris Becker saying, can't forget him in Miami.
Hey, that's my buddy Damon Lester over there. Namad's fantastic. Damon's he's a heck of a guy. We'll see him this weekend. Love the crew at NAMAD. They do a fantastic job. They're super, super supportive. We have a lot of clients that are a part of NAMAD. So can't forget that. We need to get Arnold to update his conference schedule so we know all of them, So,
yeah, no kidding. Update that real quick. But it's just so many amazing things. I know that even WOCAN, they're having a little one-day event coming up here really soon. It may already have happened. I know that it's coming up in Miami. They're doing a quick little thing there for the Women of Color Automotive Network. Good for them. I see that they're doing some things. Shout out to my girl, Erica Wells. She just got promoted and now she's living in Minnesota, and she's taken over as general manager for one of the Walzer dealerships. So good to her. It's a big upgrade for her. She's excited. I'm excited for her. She's been working hard to try to get to that level. Her goal is to be an owner one day. She talks about being like, there's only like 7, I think, African-American women who own dealerships right now and she wants to be the 8th. So that's a pretty big deal. So excited to hear and see her do that. She's on that way. As long as she keeps up that ethic, she should get there. And there's so many other amazing people. I'm going to tell you, I just visited an amazing woman who was the national quality dealer of the year back in 2015 for the NIADA, and her name is Darla Boer, and she's just an amazing. I just got done visiting her, and she's trying to grow right now. She's actually getting ready to think about moving buy here, pay here, and then adding on conventional loans too. So I'm like, you should go that way. There's opportunity, because the customers that build credit, because she does report every month, which is cool. But then to the fault of losing customers in the future, right? Them going and buying somewhere else from like a new car store or any store that has regular lending. Now I'm trying to help her get that offering to her clients so she can pass that on. So she knows she got somebody that's been there, send them a little, the deal. But anyway, yeah, I'm excited about the rest of this year, man. I'm excited about seeing my boy Brad a bunch, man. I can't wait to see you. I'm going to be at the game too. Are you going to this? I'm assuming you're going to the same suite I'm at.
Yeah. For sure. It should be fun. There's a lot of really badass women out there in automotive. I'd be remiss if I didn't say my wife, right? I'd probably get it up. But one of the people that run in our circles that's like fantastic. Not just is she a Kentucky Colonel, but she's also top 40 under 40, which is Scarborough. So she's they're a Kentucky local.
She lives 15 minutes from where I'm at right this minute. And she's been in the studio. I got her signature right up there.
She's fantastic. She actually, I'll tell you a story. She's helping me. The Hyundai stores in St. Louis are selling cars over invoice, all of them. And so I have a friend, Ryan Leslie, who just actually joined the team at Impel. Needed a car, and Jennifer and her team are helping him out for his mother-in-law. So it's a 6-hour drive, but
it's worth it.
Definitely worth it. So she's
superb.
Yeah. So I like working with people like that are just fantastic, good people that care. And, at the end of the day, any marketer's job is to market culture and I always think of it as that you can give the little guy leg up on a big company by having good marketing, right?
That's 100% right.
So that's what we focus on. We focus on bringing value. We're very small company minded whenever we're making decisions for our clients and stuff like that. We want to make sure they have value. We want to make sure but then we also pair that with really good technology.
Right. Bring small business mentality with the big business technology.
Yeah, because, I grew up in my dad was a small business owner, and, your word of mouth and how you treat people and how you take care of stuff. And, the one of the biggest things that people don't talk about in business is, how you handle when there's a problem, right? Like how you handle when there's a problem means more than anything you do before there's a problem.
Yes.
Right. So it's like, do you handle that problem head on? Do you make everything right? I mean, we had I'll be transparent. We had an issue the other day where they posted the wrong video on the wrong page, right? Simple mistake. It happens. We're human, sometimes it happens. So it came in on a Saturday. So I logged in, I took the video down. It was Labor Day weekend. So it didn't hurt anybody, right? It really didn't hurt anybody. I get the idea that I would have been upset about some other dealership's video on, especially if they got a strike or compliance. I would have been super upset. So got the video down, got the new video up as soon as Labor Day was over. And then I called the guy the next day and I was like, hey dude, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you like a couple content pages for free.
Yeah.
And so, and it takes us writing those because we write everything unique. So there's a pretty good cost associated with it. Right.
Oh yeah, I guarantee it.
And so, and he was like, dude, you didn't have to do that. Like he was upset on Saturday, but then after I just said, hey, it got done. We handled it fast,
Yep.
very, very quickly, and solved it, and then made like restitution, right?
That's it.
And then not only that, but I was like, I came in and put in more safety nets and checks down the road, right? So like to make sure it doesn't happen again. So I think by handling it like that and explaining that to him, right? Not only did I give him some pages, but I explained to him, hey, look, this is what I also did, so it doesn't happen again. And I think that's a lot of the part that people miss. So
They do.
but it's also being real, right? I could get on here and talk about how fantastic everything is, but at the same time, we all make mistakes. It's going to happen. It's about how you put safety nets in place for that not to happen again.
I love that. And that's a great story. And I'm glad, because most people talk about success stories. They talk about all that. Inside this, there is success, right? But at the end of the day, it was because of a stumble. And like I put a quote out, man.
But that's not a success story. The success is in the part to where now that guy trusts me if something goes wrong.
Even more.
You know what I mean?
He knows that you're not putting it on the back burner, that became the most important thing to you at that moment, period.
And he knows that it's not about money, right? It's not just about money. It's about a relationship and doing what's right, helping those guys out.
Relationships over revenue. And when you do that, when they feel that way, business stays good and they'll continue to play with you. And that's something that I love about you guys. You guys are growing extremely fast. I applaud you over at Fixed Ops Digital, folks. If you guys haven't had a chance, have a demo, reach out to me or Lou, or reach out to Brad all day long. If I was to reach out to anybody, it'd be Brad, because this dude is the guy who could sell it. He knows what's going on. But what I could tell you is that the product will blow your mind. It'll at least give you ideas on what you can do better at your store. And they'll sit down, they'll just give you an evaluation. There's no pressure. It's just an opportunity. And that's something that they do with their online service marketing. And that's a big, big, big deal. Online service marketing is the future of what you want to do in your service department. You can start small and build your way up, or you can start big. You got a big service department, hit them up. If you got a small one, hit them up. If you're thinking about starting a service department, hit them up. They'll be able to show you how to do it and be able to be profitable at it and get people to engage with you and come into your service departments. So they crush the game every single time. These types of things you can hear at these conferences. These types of things you're going to be able to see them talk about, but it's not about the product. It's about the people. There's people out there who have similar products to what they have, but they don't have the people like they have. They don't have troubleshooters like they have. They don't have people who will take the revenue out the window and worry about the relationship first. And that is what Fixed Op Digital matters. That's what Brad and Owen, they preach. That's what they're all about. And if you deal with anybody in your company's not that way, trust me, call Brad. He'll fix it. Right. So that's what they're about. And I love that, man. I'm so excited to see you at Digital Dealer, man. We're going to have a great time. We always do. I look forward to doing that. I look forward to seeing you here at Sotu this weekend, man. It's going to be a great time at the ball game. That's probably beautiful. I get there Sunday. I was going to try to switch to Saturday because I know Owen's playing golf that morning. So I was going to try to come in and play some golf.
Yeah, they're playing golf on it. So I think they're going to play golf instead of go to the baseball game. So he's taking a couple dealers out, and then it should be fun, man. It's going to be a good time. I'm super excited to go to Philly. I've been to Philly a bunch. I used to work for a company in Philly.
Yeah.
This is the first time I get to enjoy myself a little bit. And for the first time that I've ever been back to Philly, that I get to enjoy myself. And so that part I'm super excited about, because I've been to Philly probably 20 times and I've never once had a cheesesteak.
Dude, we're going to Angelo's.
I know.
We are going there. We're going to
have I want to see how many cheesesteaks. And let's say we need to set this right now before we get off. How many cheesesteaks over under 3.5 do you think Terry Torline can eat?
Ooh, in one sitting or at a day?
One sitting. How many cheesesteaks?
Shoot, and it's not because Terry Torline's a big guy. He's just a big guy. Like, he's just tall. He probably has to take in tons of calories to maintain what he has. I'm going to give you one sitting. And if you talk about the Angelo cheesesteak, it's going to be under. What's your guess? 1, 2? I'm going to guess that he can do two easy, probably 2.5, and it would struggle.
I'm going to say he's going to do 1.5 and 3 slices of pizza.
There-
That's what I'm gonna say.
yes,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna try the pizza there because I'm on a pizza kick myself, so I
Yeah,
gotta try that out too, man. We'll have some fun.
it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna. It's. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I can't wait to be there. I'm glad to see it. I'm so proud of Paul and Kyle and what they put together.
Yeah, me too,
And
man.
how much
Good
work they
dudes.
put into it, and I'm proud of. I think the decision to make a SoduCon or a Sodu owned by a portion of it owned by dealers is
Yeah,
brilliant. Uh,
brilliant.
because you keep plugged in, right? So it's very hard when you're on the vendor side to stay plugged into dealerships unless you're very deliberate about it.
Yep.
And you have to have plans to do so. Otherwise, it can pass you by, and then you don't know what the inner workings of a dealership are like anymore, right? Because it changes. And so I think that's super important that they have that. And I think it's very impressive. And I try to stay plugged in as much as possible. I know you're in dealerships quite often. So yeah, I'm excited, man. I have nothing else to say on that. I'm just super pumped.
Me too, man. And I'm excited to see you. I'm excited to be at a SoduCon. Folks, it's the rebirth of the automotive conference. Be there or be square. If you're not going to be there, check it out. Just make sure that you make the next one. I'm going to tell you, you're going to have FOMO like crazy. You're going to be seeing the content from me, from Brad, for so many other people out there, and you're going to wish that you were there. There's going to be a lot of stuff for you to be able to see, but just know that this is the event to be. He's so right about the speakers. What they're going to bring is going to be fire. What they're going to bring is going to be from their heart. It's not going to be a bunch of bull crap that's analytical and all this stuff. It's just going to be intelligent, beautiful, amazing content for you to learn from, to gleam off, to leave there with, to go back to wherever you are, whether you're a dealer, a vendor, or just, it doesn't matter who you are. When you go back to whatever business you're at, you're going to be better. You're going to be more excited. You're going to be optimistic about the future of what you're doing. So be there, man. I'm telling you, it's going to be hot. I'm excited to see you there. I can't wait to see your pitch. He's going to win. I'm going to vote. I already know he's going to win. I don't know who can beat you, bro. You're too witty. You're too smart with it. And you've got a great product. So, I mean, hello.
You know, the four companies that are there that's pitching are myself, Stella AI, which I'm a massive fan of, AET Automotive, which Jeff and Andrew and those guys over there, they've actually won Innovation Cup at Digital Dealer. So they're no slouches when it comes to presenting. And
This is gonna be good, man. This is gonna be really good. Yeah.
And then Four Eyes is presenting also. So I think there's some steep competition. I got a little something up my sleeve that probably never been done in a pitch that we're going to bring out. So because I don't think I can out tech Stella, right? Or AET, right? I can't out tech them. So I have to bring some showmanship to the stage.
Bring a little extra, little something.
I'm gonna bring some showmanships, and we're gonna go a little old school, and it's gonna mix things up. And I didn't even ask anybody if I could do it. I just went ahead and planned it, and we'll go from there. So
be Nike. Yeah. So come check it out. If you're not there, I'm sure I'll record it. You might even see it live from one of my streams. Make sure you guys check it out. Pay attention to what we're doing on social media. You're going to see a lot of cool stuff. Digital Dealer is going to be hot. Folks, I'm going to be there also, just so you know. We're going to have a booth. I'm going to be interviewing. If you want to be interviewed, I'm going to do a minimum of 10 interviews in the 2 days of sessions that I really have. But we also have, on the very last day, I'm going to be having 2 exchange sessions, folks. It's going to be at 11:30 a.m. on the 13th, right, of October, and then again at 12:30, back to back. I'm going to have 2 sessions, 2 different subjects. It's going to be dealer panel. We're going to talk about amazing stuff. I want mostly dealers in there. Some vendors can come in to input, but I want you dealers in there talking about what's happening at your store. I want you to hear about what's happening at other stores so you guys can get together and master plan the next year. So I can't wait for that to happen. So make sure you're there. Brad, you're going to be speaking at Digital Dealer too, right? What time is your talks? Do you remember?
I think ours is the same time as yours, actually. So.
Oh man, are you kidding me?
I'm sorry. I don't know. They just sent it to me today. So
I knew I was competing against some women in automotive, and I was like, no.
I will say this: like, if you're in a dealership and you're going to go to a SodaCon or LinkedIn or Driving Sales or Digital Dealer or any of these conferences, beforehand, go look on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
To see who's attending and start connecting with people, right? That way you already kind of break the ice online. So that's how I've met some of my closest buddies in the industry like Matt Raymond and Jared Kilway and Jeff Running and all these guys that are all over the place, right? And I met most of them on connecting ahead of those conferences. So even if I'll give you even pro tip. If you're a vendor and you're not looking to see who's attending a SodaCon right now and going through and connecting with everybody and sending connection requests, you're out of your mind. You got to be doing that. You have to be looking at that, and you have to have multiple levels of prospecting on that. So that's a pro tip just as a vendor. If you're not connecting with those people ahead of time,
wow.
Or going down the speaker list and connecting with all the speakers, there's a lot of stuff like that you can do where you can really get some really good information and start building relationships because it's all about having a network to help you solve problems.
Amen. And I'm going to tell you something. Listen to what he's telling you, because this guy is the master of signing people up. And I'm not even going to spill too many more of his beans, but he's given me some tips on what to do during the event and how to be more effective with those people. All right. So it's not just about networking before, it's about how you network then so that you can have follow-up later. And it's key. And I love that. I took some tips from Brad, because Brad's like, this is what I don't worry about this. This is what I do. And then
I don't do any demos. I do 0 demos at conferences.
He sets appointments up for them later.
I do it because if you think about it, if you put yourself back in a dealer's thing, they're so busy. Yeah. They're pulled 900 ways, and people are pulling them, and about the second day or the end of the first day, they're tired of getting pulled.
Yeah.
And so if you don't pull them in there and you push them to next week, it's a lot easier. Instead of pulling them this way, you just say, hey, how about I do you a favor and I set something up for next week when we can both focus, right? Because right now, I know you can't focus. You're pulled 900 ways.
Yep.
So I really want to be able to focus on you and what's going on in your dealership.
Love it.
And that's the most important thing, because you have to show that empathy, like you're back in a dealership or you're back at a conference, or if you're at NEDA and they're walking around and their feet hurt, man, their feet hurt. They're not worried about the stuff that you got to say about your product, man.
It's truth. It's truth.
I get more out of setting those appointments for that next week. Now that next week is crazy. I have to be on my thing.
But you're shutting deals left and right then.
I have QR codes. I have QR codes that they can scan to set stuff up. But you have to have your stuff on point, because you will get a ton of stuff for that next week. But that's my pro tip for conferences.
Dude, so listen to those pro tips, y'all. And by the way, just so you guys know, I have a $200 discount code for you for Digital Dealer right now. So you see this code down there, EM promo 9. That's $200 off for your tickets, my friends. Be looking out. I mentioned earlier, I'm also going to be doing a show here in the next week. Be looking for it. Lou and I will be going live. And when we do the show, we're going to be giving away a ticket. So be looking for that. If you want a ticket or you're thinking about it, I just don't know, the tickets are a little expensive, I got you. I'm giving away 3 in the next couple weeks. Be ready for that. But if you want a $200 off right now, jump on that. $200 off, get you $200 off your ticket. Get to Digital Dealer. Come hang out with me and Brad. He's going to have a booth. I'm going to have a booth. I'm going to be interviewing Brad. So come check him out. Come watch him speak. Come check out our exchange panel. Come do all that stuff. Get $200 off, or you can wait another day or two, and I might be giving out some free ones. So we'll see you guys soon. I appreciate that. Is there anything else you want to say before we get out here, Brad?
No, I'm just I'm excited to see everybody out there. If you see us out there, come say hi. Ron's coming to a Digital Dealer.
He is.
I had to get the hookups with our boy Steve Rossler to get him out there. So
that's what I'm talking about.
There's a rumor that Mr. Luciano might fly in for a day. Hey, one more thing that you didn't say. You're coming out here to Amarillo.
I knew there was something I was missing. I'm going to be in Amarillo in the end of October. It's the week after Digital, or not this month. It's going to be the week after what's going on. I'll be, so after next week, the week after, I'll be there for a couple of days in Amarillo. I'll be hanging out with my boy Brad. I got to. I'll be seeing Mr. Luciano himself. Mr.
Already got his dinner reservations and everything.
And I am mad pumped up about that. We'll be seeing my man Ron Garverick while we're down there, the automotive architect himself, Mr. Beard. It's so funny. Like, I remember when I first met him, he never had a beard, and then he came out his first graphic and had this big beard. I was like, bro.
Maybe we grab John and Greg, the service manager, and do a little Fix Ups Friday. You'll be here on Friday.
Boom, let's do it. Let's make it happen, man.
Yeah, so we'll have to do a little Fix Ups Friday live from street, man.
Let's make it happen, dude. Oh, I will not be there Friday.
Oh,
I'll be there. When I was going to be there Friday, it's gonna be Wednesday and Thursday is when I'm going to be there. But we can always do a Fixed Ups pre-recorded show that day and then drop it live the next day.
Or we can do a Tactical Tip Tuesday. We'll just do.
You know what?
Actually, that's one thing I do want to mention. I'm gonna take a short break on Tactical Tip Tuesday during conferences.
Yeah, of course.
But we'll be back with season 2, so that'll wrap up season 1. So we're gonna make a transition on Tactical Tip Tuesdays where it goes into season. So I have some time to curate some people.
That's smart.
That way I can get to the Mopar conference. I'm gonna try to get the head of FCA on there. We're gonna get some service financing guys on there. We're gonna so I have some big plans to get. We got to get Tully on there if he's still listening. He's been eluding me. So I'm going to get him and Sean Kingery, and there's a lot of guys that I want to go after to get on there to really jump into nuts and bolts. If you know anybody that would like to be on there, reach out to us, or even here on Fix Ups Friday, right? We're always looking for guests.
That's it. We're always looking for guests.
I heard the Terry Torline might be coming on Fix Ups Friday.
Matter of fact, we're going to make that announcement right now. 2 weeks from today. We have Terry Torline coming on the show. Be looking for the promos on that. That's my brother. I love some Terry. That's been my dude, Mr. Exogloss himself, right? I can't help but love that guy. The biggest teddy bear in the world. Man, he's hilarious. If you guys have ever seen his totes, they're pretty fantastic.
He's doing some really cool stuff, man. I can't wait to talk about service maintenance, subscriptions and stuff like that. So Terry's a fantastic guy. I'm excited to have him on the show.
Yeah, me too, man. Me too. It sucked that I wasn't on the show with Eric Hall. I love you, Eric, man. Wish I was here. I was just, obviously I was doing some stuff that day, but I appreciate you guys so much, man. And this has been fun. These Fix Up Fridays are great. Like we said, 2 more weeks, we're going to have Terry Torline talk about some great solutions for you guys out there, talk about the products that he's doing, but talk about him some, man, because that guy's phenomenal. And if you don't know who Terry Torline is, check out that show. You'll know exactly who he is.
We need to find an old picture of him playing for the Chiefs is what we need to find.
You know what? I'm going to try to do that, and I'll use that as a profile pic. I'll use that.
We got to get an old picture of this.
We definitely will. Well, folks, that's it. That's the show. That's what we did. I hope you guys had some fun. Be at these events. If you're not at the events, there's going to be plenty of content, but try to make one. Find the one that you think will work best for you and go to it, because I promise you will not make mistakes. Use his ideas, the pro tips. Start networking on LinkedIn before you get there with the people that are going to be there. Start connecting with them, so when you get there, it's not so awkward. And you could even set up meetings with them before you get there. And while you're there, don't worry about, if you're a vendor, don't worry about booking them that day. It's okay. Set up appointments, but confirm those appointments. Make them real appointments before you leave for the phone call.
Oh, I won't let you go if you schedule.
Right? If it's an appointment, it's an appointment, and it's for real. It's on your phone. It's on my phone. We know what's up. So
I won't kill your inbox, but I'm pretty good at following up. Oh, one more thing. Lou and Owen skipped out on us today.
They did.
Tag them down in the comments on LinkedIn and Facebook and be like, what the heck? Why are you skipping out on Fix Ups Friday? So that'll be a lot of fun to give those guys a hard time.
Let them know. It's not the same without them. But the good news for you guys out there is you got the A team today. You had me and you had Brad, the A team.
Way better looking, you know,
smoother. Just so many more things to talk about.
Style,
I love it, Brad. I love you, bro. Have a great weekend, man. You guys all out there, you guys have a great weekend. We'll see you guys 2 weeks on the same show, same time, same people. We're going to have a great time. Be looking for Terry Torline. We'll see you guys at the event, ASOTUCon, coming up to you guys fast. Next week, we'll be there. And then, of course, Business Bourbon and Cigars. You guys be good. Brad, I'll holler at you, brother. Great show today. Thank you for your time. You all out there, don't forget, if you guys are looking for some online service marketing, make sure you guys check out My Favorite People over there.